package in the mail, MSX games from Japan. Collecting without fail those shoot 'em ups, and that's the plan. He doesn't just collect them, he also codes them too. Join us and we'll go on electric adventures with you.
Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here. I promised I'd do a bit of a follow-up video on the Coleco Chameleon cartridge. Now this is to test out the SG-1000 and the Creativision compatibility, because I am quite interested in how they work. So I've loaded up the cartridge with a whole heap of SG-1000 ROMs, actually all the complete collection, and the same with the Creativision. Now I'm going to do the Creativision first, and I think this is interesting because obviously I have a 50 Hz system. I'll go do Creativision first, and I believe there are some limitations. You probably do not have these problems on a 60 Hz system. Because you've got to remember the Creativision is a 6502, so it's got to, emulate that as well using a Z80 and do all the screen refreshes in time. And it's probably having a little difficulty. So what I mean by this, and somebody actually pointed out when I did the Creativision test game in my other video that the screen was flickering. I'll give you an example. So this is Deep Sea Adventure, which is not a common game in the Creativision. It's actually one of the harder ones to get. Alright, wait for the capture to catch up. So, as you can see, static screen's fine. Like most Creativision games, it goes into demo mode when it first starts. Now you notice the top of the mountain peaks are flickering a lot. So what I'll do, I'm going to start the game. And also, it's just a yellow background down the bottom, and there's no detail. And there we go, and all of a sudden, you get the detail in the background. Also, as with a lot of these Creativision games, the collision actually sucks a little bit. So this is basically a C version of the game Planet Defender, which was their Defender type clone, and it's not a bad little game for a quick blast. And as you can see, now reset works fine here, and we don't change frequency, so my SCART to HDMI. Now we are getting that noise. I probably need to get a new one, SCART to HDMI, and I may actually get a scanline converter for this side of the room. I'll use my YouTube funds to get that after Christmas once I can find one for a decent price, and somebody that stocks one. So now I'll show you another one of my Creativision games one of the games that I really like, and you can see that there are real issues with it. Auto Chase. So this one has a lot of screen scrolling in it, and this is probably where the update timings are a bit too tight. So you will see it just in demo mode here. And you can see in the capture, it's actually probably not as bad in the capture as I'm seeing on the real device, but you can see it's all jumping and shuddering. So I'll start this. So once you get static screen, perfectly fine, and all the details there. Oops, police car right there. So this is like the game Rally X, but you've got to go around and collect the money bags instead. And it's quite a colourful little game. Music's a little repetitive and gets on your nerves after a little while, but that doesn't make it not a fun game. And the scanner resolution's a bit funny. And we got caught. But you can see the flickering. So it's not perfect. I'll go back and we'll try another one. So I discovered afterwards, yes, you can, other than the ColecoVision games, which is the first one, you can actually just press the reset button on the console and you'll go back to the menu. Let's just try another one. I hadn't tried this one before. We may have a fail. I'm not familiar with Chopper Rescue. Oh, no good with that one. So up until then, every game that I tried had worked. There we go. So you shouldn't expect this one to flicker because you're just going to have spike movements. There you go. Oh, and it's probably a two-player only game. So obviously that one works, but there's not a lot going on in the background. So we'll try another one. It does boot up quite quickly, which is quite impressive. And you've just got to wait for the directory to read. Obviously there's not a tremendous amount of CreativeVision games, so actually there's a second, oh, I don't know, Auto Chase, Astro Pinball, Air Sea Attack. That'll have a bit more movement in it. So it really does depend on the game. CreativeVision actually has some quite unique games. Okay, we've got to avoid all those. This is actually quite a cool little game. Missed the other one. And they got me. So, as you can see, most of the CreativeVision games are perfectly playable. It's only a couple of them where there's a lot of screen background updating that it seems to have a problem. And I would hazard a guess that you wouldn't have that problem on a 60 Hz Coleco console. Alright, so now, most importantly, we should go have a look at some SG-1000 games. So I've loaded this up with quite a few items, 130. I was going to say it wasn't updating the things. Now it doesn't sort them in alphabetical order, it's just the order they've been placed on the cartridge. So the first one is Qbert. I couldn't quite work out the controls for that one, but let's have a go at Load Runner. So this is a proper official SG-1000 game. So you have to collect the boxes, dig holes. Oh, none of them had one. You have to be stopped to dig holes, and if they're carrying one, digging a hole's a way of getting it off them. And then once you get the last one, you get the ladder out of the level. So it's an absolute classic platform game, and it's good. Alright, we'll try it, see if the reset takes it. Yep, straight back to the menu, that's good. So as you can see, that one worked flawlessly, no flickering or anything like that. Let's go with one. This one's bound to have more screen updating in it. to accelerate, and up and down to change gears. Oops. So it's not the best game in the universe, but as you can see, it is actually emulating it and running it on the Coleco quite fine. Somebody actually did, like Team Pixel Boy did, ported this very game over to the Coleco, and you can see by the very fact that this cartridge is doing it when we're loading the ROM and running it on Coleco hardware, it wasn't a difficult port at the time. This is actually a good game once you get into it and you don't stuff up like I did. So that seems to be running quite well. Alright, let's try another game. And I do like that it, goes back to and loads the menu really quickly. You just got this slight wait when it reads the directory. It's not going to kill anybody. So you do have these games from Taiwan. I have no idea what this one is, so I haven't tried it before. The timer in these SG-1000 ones have these intros. So I said I don't have any of these games in my physical collection, these Taiwanese ones. So this game is completely new, so this is a bit of a discovery. Okay, throwing nunchucks. Okay, run along, so it's a scrolling, whoops. Once again, never played the game before, so I don't know what I'm doing. We're using screen flashes. Oops, I didn't see the nunchuck coming along there. I need to work out how to jump, which is probably just pushing up. Yep. Oh, we can jump on the trees. Look at that. And climb the trees. I mean, this is doing a lot, and as you can see, the console is handling it perfect. And this game intrigues me. I'm definitely going to have to come back to that one and play it some more. So there we go. We've made a discovery. I don't normally go and download ROMs. I try and play games in my physical collection, but I wouldn't have a clue where you get these Taiwanese games from. I've never seen any. So that was actually quite interesting. Now some of them are, so this is, they've gone and ported the MSX version of Nightmare over to the SG-1000, and once again it's probably where the Team Pixel Boy Nightmare conversion came from, and they've got King's Valley as well, which is another really good MSX game. It's another karate game. Hypersports, which is an original Hustle Chummy Home March. I'm just going to pick a game that pushes the machine a little bit. So we'll go over Shoot 'em Up, because we just want to test to see how well it is converting games. So these were games I downloaded off an SG-1000 ROM slot. So the original SG-1000 ROMs, they haven't been modified beforehand. So this showing that this cartridge is literally is literally handling, converting the cartridges and emulating the the appropriate system using the hardware, the special hardware that is in the cartridge. Doesn't mean I'm any good at playing the games. I've always found Gull Cave quite hard. But as you can see, that works perfectly. I don't see anything wrong with the screen updates, and the sound's working. Alright, so we'll this is only going to be a quick video, so I'll just I'll pick another one or two at random and we'll leave it at that. It's just to demonstrate that it definitely does work. Experience a pretty good game. Champion. I know. I'll play a game I haven't played for a while. I'm going to find it. And there are more MSX conversions than what I downloaded, so I just downloaded a complete SG-1000 collection. Well, Starjacker is really good and there's scrolling in it, so plus I enjoy playing. This is actually the very first game that I saw being played on an SC-3000 computer back in the day, and on my next visit I saw Congo Bongo. This one you can just hold the button down, you have all your lives to start with. So you need to be conscious of your whole tail of your craft, and I've lost one already. Oh, I've got a bomb. That's the whole idea, is you have to bomb those, which destroys the base. Missed. Got him, and then you get Super Sprite mode. It's quite, you know, it's quite a decent game on the SG-1000 SC-2000. All right, we'll do one more. Weird order. Wonder if you can make them. So once again, some of these are going to be MSX conversions, and some of them are original SG-1000 games. Oh, here we go. Test cartridge. That's a good one. Up, down, left, right. Very good. Well, that works, except for the holding the sound note at the which wasn't very good for our ears. Alright, so obviously this is my second video. The only thing I haven't done is, obviously, when you put it in normal Coleco mode, it can handle ROMs up to 128K. I don't have any 128K ROMs to test. It might be a bit of a delay. I might see if I can write something that will use that much ROM and give it a go. It was actually one of the reasons why I got the cartridge in the first place, is because the Atari Max cart only handles ROMs up to 32K in size, and if I want to develop bigger games in the future, not that I've actually developed any games that have used all 32K yet, you never know, because I use a lot of compression and stuff like that in my things. I would like to, I do have my eyes on developing a role-playing game in the future, and I'm sure that one will need lots of ROM space. So there will be another video in the future, but it will be a little while. This will be my last video before Christmas, so I hope everybody has a wonderful time with their families and friends, and gets to have some good food and some good laughs with their mates. I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.